We are going to discuss about the unit for water today. But because it is a simple unit. When you consider about the liquids in our surrounding environment, water is one of the unique liquid which has several characteristics and several properties. I will explain the words characteristics and properties. Then here the characteristics means the very specific property. Characteristics means the very specific properties for only for water. Properties are the what? They are common properties. The properties of water may present with another liquids. But characteristics water only for water. That's it. Water is colorless. But there are other some other liquids are colorless. Water is odorless, no smell. Water is tasteless. They are the mean frequency. The boiling point of water 100 degrees. No other liquid or material in the world which shows which boils at 100. Only the water. Density of water 1000 kilogram per cubic meter. Density 1000 gives only by pure water. Right? Density of sea water is more than 1000. Density of your drinking water is more than 1000. Density of all other liquids in the world is low. These two are not given in our syllabus. In our syllabus, only these three have been given. So we discussed them. It is written in addition to our knowledge. Then properties common to others. Flow. Water can flow. Not only the water, but also other liquids can flow. Flowing property. Flowing property. Other liquids, there are some other liquids that can flow. All other liquids can flow. A solvent property. Solvent property means water can dissolve something. Sugar dissolved in water. What? Salt dissolved in water. Acid dissolved in water. Alcohol dissolved in water. A bases dissolved in water. Medicinal syrup dissolved in water. But not only that. What? Then solvent properties present with others. Turpentine dissolved. Paints dissolved in turpentine. Emulsion paint dissolved in water. What are the Q-tex? Q-tex dissolved in acetone. Right? Petrol dissolved in kerosene. Tar dissolved in kerosene. Then although other liquids have these properties. Chlorine property, solvent property, cooling property. That water can cool some. When we put milk bottle in water, it gets cool. Not only water, some other liquids also can make cooling some. That's why the latest vehicles have other liquid coolants. Usually water is used. But these are common properties to fluid. These properties are present in water, but they are common to all others. So they are known as properties. They are present in the water, but they are very specific. Water no with others. Right? That's the word difference with the word of the characteristics. Then pure water is colorless, struggling. මගුවේ මලකට කරගත්ත මාරයාට නමුත් ඉතින් මේක කරගන්න එකක් කරගන්න එකක් කරගන්න අපිට අඩුම ගානේ පැයක විතර වක් වෙනවනේ පන්තියේ pure water is colorless pure water is tasteless pure water is odorless odorless means no smell pure water boils at POILS boils not no boils at 100 degrees centigrade. තමාෂි බලන්න කියන්නේ. Pure water boils at 100 degrees centigrade. Density DENSIT density connected. Density of pure water is density. DENSIT density of pure water is 1000 kg simple K simple G simple M ऋण තුනේ බලය බලය ලියන දන්නවද නේද බලය කියන්නේ බලය ලියන්නේ මෙහෙමනේ මේක අවුල් වුණාට ගන්න M මෙහෙම තුන ලියුවොත් බලය නෙමෙයිනේ මේ තුනේ අපර මෙහෙම උඩට දාලා ලියනවා දැන් ඒක ඍණ ලකුණකුත් දාන්න ඍණ තුනේ පස්සේ කියවට මේක ඝන මීටර cubic meter what kilogram per per cubic meter ඒ දෙක සමානයි පොඩ්ඩක් අවුලනවා හොඳ ඒක සාමාන්‍ය දැනීමක් තුනේ මේක තමයි පොතේ තියෙන්නේ properties of water has flowing property water has solvent property. That dia kadang-kadang keluar. Sini dia kata berbeda kata beda. If water does have solvent property, we can't prepare plenty. Water has coolant property. Cooling property. Next one, water acts as a within bracket coolant. Now after bracket water acts as a coolant. Water acts as a coolant. Oh, me one in order. Water acts as a coolant. Then here, listen to me. We are going to discuss about solvent property of water. Then here, listen to me. When we take some water and here I put some water and put here. Here put 1 spoon of sugar. 1 spoon of sugar. Spoonful of sugar. And this put in water. What happens here? What happens here? It will totally dissolve. Within 1 minute, oil and each sugar particles disappear, giving sweet taste. That will all particle dissolve. That is known as what? When water will dissolve, means water is soluble. What? Sugar is soluble in water. What? Sugar dissolved in water. Dissolved in water. Sugar dissolved in water. Then near then what? Take some water and put some wheat flour or the milk powder. Yeah, milk powder. Milk powder. It is milk powder. Put some milk powder to it. Then it is totally distributed. And we can drink it. But after 1 or 2 hours, what? Some solid materials get deposited at the bottom. Deposited at the bottom. But making the milk sedimentation. Sedimentation කියන්නේ දියර එක පැටලලා තියෙන දේ නැවත පතුලට කිඳාවා. මඩ ටිකක් පැටලලා තමයි. But it become pale color. මේක වතුර පාටක් නෙමෙයි උඩ. හැබැයි කිරි පාටක් නෙමෙයි. ඒක දිය වෙලා ටිකක්. But others have not dissolved. බාගට දිය. What? Partially dissolved. Partially dissolved. Partially dissolved. Right? Then some water and I put some sand. Then all sand come down and not dissolve. Not dissolve. Not dissolve means insoluble. Insoluble. But that's it. You know that some are soluble, some are insoluble, and some are partially soluble. Then there's a table put up. The sand, sugar, salts, iron powder, glucose, milk powder, or something others. You have to write the observation. How do we write the observation? Sand did not dissolve in water, but insoluble in water. Then fill the table in 1 minute with your experience. Words insoluble, partially soluble, totally soluble. That are totally dissolved, partially dissolved, not dissolved. Rajat? Right. Let's discuss the sand did not dissolve in water, insoluble in water. Sugar, solution totally dissolved, that is successfully dissolved. Salt, successfully the totally dissolved. Iron powder did not dissolve. Glucose, totally dissolved. Milk powder, partially dissolved. Partially dissolved. Gravels did not dissolve. Leaves of plants did not dissolve. Wheat flour, partially dissolved. Soil, partially dissolved. But very easy to understand about partially dissolved, soluble and totally soluble. How? You can early in the morning when you're ready for to your school, you talk or tamasha nakka or something, I mean nakka or something. Mother prefer to one plain tea and one milk tea. So one of the pot of plain tea, one of the pot of milk tea. But they were unable to drink it. Then they were left on the table until you come back in the evening. Plain tea, what is about? Composition and appearance and nature of the plain tea did not change. Because the tea dye and sugar have totally dissolved. But milk tea, what? White color material settled down, and here the pale color material distributed in the upper part of the solution or the mixture. Therefore, it is very clear that there are some insoluble materials and soluble materials. That there are some insoluble materials and soluble. That means partial. You understand? Go kotha karani ne. Bolu ode. Ude pandra. Right. Some of the substances totally dissolve in water. They are all soluble in water. Some of the substances partially soluble in water. Some do not soluble in water. They can dissolve in water. Other one, fat-free materials that successfully dissolve. Fat-free materials dissolve in water in little amount. Fat-free materials that do not dissolve in water. Then once they tell me the answers, I mean, okay.
Sugar, salt, tea leaves,
Tea leaves what? Tea dye. Tea leaves the tea dye. Glucose, urea, glucose, urea, salts, minerals, vitamin C, vitamin B. Tea leaves are in it. Next one another. Mixture, that second one, partially dissolve.
milk powder,
Milk powder, wheat flour, blue dye, what dye, blue dye, blue powder, permanent blue powder, soil, mud, etc. Non-dissolved rocks, glass, iron, gold, aluminium, pebbles, limestone, tea, cloths, even right? Or something. Then here listen to me. Then we can understand I told you that some materials dissolve in water, hardly dissolve in water. There are some materials. Here water, here water, here water. I suppose there is some sugar. Here sugar. The sample of sugar is put in water and stir it. Then it makes what? New material. Not now this is not sugar. Now this is not water. It makes new sugar solution. Sugar solution. It is very familiar mixture. Sugar solution. That means when sugar is dissolved in water, this plus mark what illustrate dissolved. The sugar is dissolved in water. It gives new mixture called sugar solution. Sugar solution. Then this is the large component of large component, major component. Major component. And this material sugar dissolved the component in which sugar dissolved. This is the major component. And the component in which the sugar dissolved. This is named as solvent. It is named as solvent. It is named as solvent. Then this is the minor component which dissolved in major components. This is the minor component which dissolved in major components solvent. And that is known as, it gives a technical term, solute. Technical term, solute. It gives us technical term, solute. Then let's clear. So when this solute dissolve in water, now I can give name to this. Solute is the minor component which dissolve in solvent. Major component solvent. Solvent is the major component in which solute dissolve. Right? Then this is the then when the solute dissolve in solvent, actually it makes what? Solution. Solution. It makes solution. The mixture is solution. Not only water and sugar, water and salt, water solvent, sugar solute, water solvent, sugar solute, water and salt, water solvent, sugar solute, right? Water alcohol, water solvent, alcohol solute, water acid, acid solution, dilute acid solution, water what? Solvent, solute, acids, right? Then vitamin C solution, water solvent, vitamin C solute. Okay, that is milk powder. What it is not dissolved. It's become doesn't become solute because it's what? Partially soluble. Only the total soluble materials are used as solute. Right? That's it. Panadol syrup is dissolved in water. It's soluble in water. Then Panadol syrup solution. Then water is the major component. Solvent. Panadol syrup is the what? Minor component is called as solute. Right? Then here solids can dissolve in water. Liquids can dissolve in water. Gases can dissolve in water. According to the material dissolved, we give the name. Common name solution. Giving name of the solute, it can name the solution. You can understand? Right. Draw this in the space given. That's the Galle space. The Write some materials that are sodium, sugar, salt, vitamin C, vitamin B, acids, bases, alcohol. They will go through the but for instances where would act as solvent. When making plain tea. When making plain tea. When making acid solution in laboratory. Dilute acid solution in laboratory. When making base solution in laboratory. In making alcohol solution. Making sugar solution. Making salt solution in kitchen. Salt solution in kitchen. Making vinegar. Acidic acid 4% vinegar. 4% vinegar. Seat happerai vinegar acid. Seat amohaya koto. Making vinegar solution. Making vinegar. Making some medicinal syrups. Making beverage. In washing clothes, solvent property of dirt and dust. In washing clothes and some others, washing clothes and some others. Solvent property use. In washing clothes. Producing vaccines and saline solution. Right, etc. Tell me some that you can imagine. No.
In industries.
What's that?
In industries.
In
Industries. Metal cleaning.
Metal cleaning. Yes, cleaning purposes. Because the dust is all involved. Right? Other one. Why the C word is in salt taste? For the reason. Because salts have dissolved in water. Salts have dissolved in water. Because it contains dissolved salts. Because seawater contains dissolved salts. Name the main kind of salt that present in seawater. You know the name? Know the name? Sodium chloride. Symbols in capital N. Simple A, capital C, simple N. Capital N, simple A, capital C, simple A. What are the capital simple Next point, battery acid is dilute sulfuric acid. Dilute sulfuric acid. And it has prepared by dissolving sulfuric acid in water. By dissolving sulfuric acid in water. Vinegar is dilute acetic acid. It is prepared by dissolving acetic acid in water. Acetic acid in water. Then here, listen to me. Then I will explain 3 instances. Mama avastha tunak here. Here a sample of seawater. Sample of seawater. Here seawater. Here seawater sample. Right? Here one other sample of sweet toddy. Sweet toddy of coconut, sweet toddy of palmyra, etc. Mira. That's the phloem sac. Sweet toddy means phloem sac. Phloem කියන්නේ පුතේ කස්සල ආහාර ගෙනියන සුගර් ගෙනියන නල ටික බටර්. ඒක ඇතුලේ තියෙන දියරයට කරන phloem sac. This contains sugar, name is sucrose. So sugar වර්ග ගොඩක් තියෙනවා. Glucose, sucrose, fructose, lactose, galactose, maltose. ඔය sugar වර්ග ගොඩක් තියෙනවා. දැන් රස. එක කියලා තියෙන දැන් ඉතිවල තියෙන එක lactose. යා කරන රස නැහැ. අම්මා ඉතිරි කරන රස නැහැ නේ. මතකනේ? යා කරන රස නැහැ. අපි එන ඉතිරි බලන වෙන රස නැහැ. Fructose. That's very sweetest. It gives fantastic sweet taste. That's sugar in your home. That's sucrose. That sucrose is here. This is full of sucrose solution. Right? Then here, other one here. What? Sugar cane, stem sac. Sugar cane කන්දේ තියෙන sac එක. අපි බලමුද? There, stem cell. Then these three can be heated by natural way or artificial heater. Here, more the seawater is heated, exposed to sunlight in salt for long time. Then the water particles evaporate. Water particles evaporate. When water particles evaporate, its saltiness increases. Saltiness means concentration. Salt, water reduces, water amount reduces, salt amounts and concentration of saltiness increases. When it increases the saltiness by dissolving water, gradual what? Dissolving water, what? It crystallizes some salt solutions, deposit or precipitate at the deposit of what? Crystal, it makes crystals of salt. Finally, we can find salt crystals, salt crystals. That's one of them. That one of the instances that one production is made by evaporating water, evaporation. But in these two industries, this peat toddy is eaten by you, sugar cane sap is eaten by you in the factory. Yeah, no, it is domestic industry, right? Eaten in containers. Then water evaporate. Then here sugar taste or sugar concentration gradually increases and it becomes what? Dark color, making treacle. Making treacle. And when it is continuously heated, more water again evaporate, it becomes more viscous. Viscous upu dravan. Saman thick there. Thick there. Viscous liquid. It can Galle. Thick viscous liquid. Then it will go viscous liquid and it is put in containers, making what? Jaggery. Making jaggery. That industry. It heats water in it and evaporate materials. The other one, in factory it is heated. Sugar cane sap is heated. Then here, sugar concentration gradually increases and it deposits sugar crystals at bottom. It deposits sugar crystals at bottom. It deposits sugar crystals at bottom. That's the sugar industry. There are three main industrial instances where heating of solution evaporate the water solvent. Solvent is evaporate. Solvent is what removed and solute getting deposited at the bottom, making the what production. Solute deposit. Sugar is solute. It's separated by evaporated solvent. The sugar is what solvent. Solute. Then it is what separated by evaporated solvent. Salt is solute. It is what separated by dissolving or evaporated solvent. That's the industry. Yeah, and then in preparation of in production of preparation of salt from sea water Come on. Water in seawater is evaporated by exposing by exposing by exposing by exposing seawater to sunlight. Seawater to sunlight. Then sugar is produced. Sugar is produced. Number 2, by heating, by heating seed toddy, it made Palmyra seed toddy, Palmyra breaker. Coconut seed toddy, coconut breaker. Seed toddy, comma, it evaporates, it evaporates water from the solution, and it forms treacle and finally jaggery, as result of making more viscous sugar solution. As result of making more viscous sugar solution. More viscous sugar solution. Number 3. By heating stem sap of sugarcane plant, stem sap of sugarcane plant, it produces sugar as result of evaporation of water in the solution. Water in the solution. How do aquatic organisms get oxygen gas to breathe in? How? Can you breathe in with watery oxygen? That means oxygen dissolved in water? No. Right? Why? Because we have lungs. Lungs are the respiratory organ modified to absorb atmospheric oxygen. Lungs are the respiratory organ which are modified to absorb atmospheric oxygen. Atmospheric oxygen. Therefore, we can't breathe in water. There are some animals who live in water. Turtle, dolphin, whale, sea lion, but they have lungs. But they can't absorb oxygen from water. They breathe in air. Dolphins jump up, opening the mouth. Whale also jump up. Turtle come up to the atmosphere, keeping their nose air to make life. But gills are present in tuna, goldfish, catfish, or other fishes. Other kind of fish have gills. They never come up because they can absorb water, take water from air, from water. Water dissolved in oxygen dissolved in water can be absorbed by gills. Then they have gills for that job. Gills are the modified what? Respiratory organ which are modified to take in or absorb oxygen in water. Oxygen dissolved in water. Because they have gills. We discussed about only gills, but there are some other organs in some crustaceans, in or the arthropods in water. Gill books, full book gills or something. Pat penahan, pat, ඒ වගේ දේවල් තුන හැමෝටම gills නෙමෙයි තියෙන්නේ මාළුන්ට gills. ඔය එක එක ආර්ථෝපෝඩාව ඉන්නවා එක එක සත්ත්වයන් වල වෙනස් වූ උපාංග තියෙන. They have but modified organs to absorb oxygen in water, you know. Fish, aquatic organisms. Most of the aquatic organisms have gills which have modified to absorb oxygen gas dissolved in water. Oxygen gas dissolved in water. Therefore, those most of aquatic animals, aquatic organisms have ability to absorb oxygen from water. Okay. Then, of possible current. And this. Right. Then here lesson me. Other very important property of water is cooling property. Water can cool something. Then you are experienced. Your mother asks you, put this milk bottle, hot milk bottle in water before feeding your mother. What happens here? Malit lang ito din na milk bottle le pulvore hadala, keri hadala, amma kiyanawa meka wature ketiyan. What for? What happens here? Here the water container. What water? Cold water, normal water at room temperature is taken. And near the milk bottle, hot milk bottle, this is milk. And near the what here instrument here, heat the cut. But then you milk. The temperature of milk here, I suppose 90 degrees now. Then now here temperature of the water 30 degrees. Or are in the morning 22, 24, 25 degrees. 30. Here it is hot. It is not hot, was not so hot. Here the hot thing. Then heat. Here temperature is a measurement of heat. Then heat in what this milk travels to what? The place where low temperature. Object with high temperature. Heat from the object with high temperature transfer to the object with low temperature. Then what happens to this temperature reduces? It can absorb heat. What is the resulting effect? Cooling this one. That means it can cool something. It can cool something. Right? That is water has cooling property. Would act as a coolant. Would act as a coolant. When these days, days are very hot days, then you can make your body cool by what? Putting some water on the bed. Putting some water on the bed. Right? That is called Daddy Atla and the Catholic. Kiniam Villa a part of Sunvilla, Nanepa, and Rodan Nepa, Tikafla, in the land, take a part of Nuronepa. Merla table. But Agara in the was done him at Tokyo, telling a Rodan on the Saka, Nane and Nepa. Then that is the one of use. Other you know that this is the vehicle engine. Around the vehicle engine there are what? Tubes of copper. It is what? Given water to this one, this tubes contain water. Flowing water, always it flows. Then here it is what? Engine got heated when running the vehicle. Then this heating engine, the water absorb heat from here, cooling the engine or keeping the temperature of the engine low. These are two instances that cooling property of water is used. Other is making the body cool. And you have seen that blacksmith, heat iron goods to red hot, and hammered to make it malleable, to make sharp objects, sword, knives, crowbars or something. After he completed his hammering work, it is put in water to make it cool. Cool is perpetual. Then here, those are the some instances. What is the coolant? A liquid, a liquid. What is a coolant? What is a coolant? A liquid that is used to a liquid that can absorb heat, that can absorb heat from hot objects, hot objects, reducing its temperature, reducing its temperature, reducing its temperature, by absorbing heat from the hot object, reducing its temperature is called as a coolant. Reducing its temperature is called as 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 coolant. Next, the most common coolant is water because water can absorb. More heat. Because water can absorb more heat by small mass of water. 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 It's enough in our grade. And if not, we have to tell a specific heat capacity of water is very high. That is activity 1. Then it has granted a very simple activity to do actual school laboratory or home to investigate whether water acts as a coolant. Water coolant act whether water reduces the temperature of the object. Then here keep or take two beakers. Take two beakers. Right? Having taken one beaker, another beaker, 100 meter. 100 meter. Put some cotton wool to board. Put some cotton wool to board. Dry cotton wool to board. Cotton wool. What is put some cotton wool to board. Right? And take a thermometer. Take a thermometer and put the bulb of thermometer in the wool. Put the bulb of thermometer in the wool and support it. Support bilateral support. Right? Bilateral support. Right? Ready? Here, and make a reading. Another reading of temperature. Reading of temperature, actual reading of temperature become what may be the reading. Here, dry cotton wool. Here, air. And inside the cotton wool, there is air. Then here it makes a reading of the, we can make a reading. There is a value of temperature. What may be the temperature? It must atmospheric temperature. ये वायु बोले temperature का window. Right. There is same what air is present in cotton wool. Then here, after that, we put some water in it. We put some water in it. Then this cotton wool sample is what? Make wet. How wet cotton wool? Cotton wool sample is made wet. And taking identical, remember, identical what thermometer, the bulb is put in what the cotton wool, and is also supported, by laboratory support. Laboratory support. It is supported by laboratory support. By laboratory support. Then you read in here one. That's reading. Reading one. What may be the lower reading? And
Why?
why? Because temperature of this wet cotton wool law, why? Heat of this cotton wool has absorbed by water. Absorbed by water. Then temperature is reading. This simple activity gives you a hint that water acts as a food. Okay? Right. Take 2 thermometers, put some cotton wool to 2 beakers. To keep two identical thermometers in both. Inserting their bulbs in cotton wool. And there is a space to draw this picture, and after the space, there are 2 sentences. What? Write down. Add some water to both wrong. Add some water to one. Within bracket A, sorry, within bracket B, within bracket B, add some water to one within bracket B. Right? B and take the records and readings of thermometers. Then draw this picture. Draw this picture. Following. Right to the completed. Then observation, reading of the thermometer A. No, reading of the thermometer B. Reading of the thermometer B. Within bracket. Thermometer dipped in DIP-PED. Thermometer dipped in DIP-PED. Wet cotton wool is lower than the reading of the thermometer A. Within bracket, thermometer dipped in dry cotton wool. Thermometer dipped in dry cotton wool. That's the observation. Then conclusion. First point taking up reading of thermometer become low as temperature of wool become low as temperature of wool has reduced by water by absorbing heat පොඩ්ඩක් කියවන්න වාක්‍ය
Reading of the thermometer become low as temperature will as reduced by water by absorbing heat. Reading of the thermometer become low as temperature of wool is reduced by water by absorbing heat.
Reading of the temperature B is lower.
Reading of the thermometer become low as temperature of wool is as reduced by water by absorbing heat.
Temperature of wool has reduced by absorbing heat by water. Due to absorption of heat by water. Right? Right. Next point. Therefore, it is clear that the water act as a solvent, coolant. Therefore, it is clear that water act as a coolant. Water act as a coolant. Fact for instances that water act as coolant. Yeah. Cooling milk bottles of babies. Cooling milk bottles in babies. But milk bottles of babies.
In,
Next one. Cooling vehicle engines. Cooling running vehicle engines. Cooling running vehicle engines by water in radiators. By water in radiators. By water in radiators. Any other?
in refrigerator.
No. What here? Not won't act as coolant. There is a very another technical method, technique in cooling. Blacksmith, blacksmith. Put articles in red hot condition. Red hot. To part of articles in red hot conditions in water to cool them. In water to cool them. Temperature of our body is reduced by bathing on hot days. Next one, buffalo, animals like buffaloes. Animals like buffaloes. Animals like buffaloes. Animals like buffaloes. Like to in small water bodies to regulate the temperature of the body. To regulate temperature of the body. Water as a medium of life. Our පොඩ්ඩක් කිමුද? ඉවරයි. මේ පාඩම ඔන්ලයින් කරන්න පුළුවන් ලේසි එකයි මම කරේ. ඒක අපිට දවසක් ඉතුරුයි. දවසකට වැඩි ඉතුරුයි. මෙච්චර උගන්වන්න වෙන්නේ නැහැ නේ අපිට අපේ පන්තියේදී. ඇඩිනේෂන් එක කරලා report mark කරලා ඒ ඔක්කොම කරලා යනකොට මෙච්චර කරන්න බෑ. වැඩේකුත් නැමෙ අපේ කාලෙ විතරේ පටන් ගත්තේ. ඒ කාලෙ විතරනේ. ඒ කට්ටිය නිදායි සාමාන්‍ය දිගට්ටිය. එනිසා right. Water as a medium of life. What's actually life originated in water. life in the world or universe has not created by any almighty power. Although some of the people that live in world believe that life, humans and others have created by any almighty power of God or something, it's wrong. Right? That's wrong. Because Miller, a scientist, very great scientist Miller, has proved that what life has created in water due to effect of natural process lighting and others. Right? Then here, without water we can't. Air is the very important thing. One of the important thing. We can't live for a few seconds without air. As well as we can't live without water. We can live 1 or 2 days only without water to finish. Although we can survive some longer period without food. What is very important? Here this what cells, all of them have made cells. The most of the large content of cell is water. Here cell, the nucleus of cell is cell plasma or cell plasma. It is made with water. It's made with water. Large amount of water. All of the plants, animals, and microorganisms have made with what? Cells. So without water, and we survive. We can't survive without water. And here, our main transportation medium of animals is blood. 90% or more than 90% of blood is water. Is water. Right? Here, oxygen gas take in our lungs. Here, our lungs. Interior surface of the lungs and alveoli of the lungs have what? Lungs are wet. They are wet. And this air dissolved in water inside our lungs and absorbed to the blood. Right? And here, when you eat, as early in the morning after this class, you eat 20 basin of rice. Then it must be digested to absorb. For digestion, it requires water. And after digestion, after completed digestion, it gives nutrients. What? From carbohydrate, glucose. From proteins, amino acids. From fats and oil, glycerol and fatty acids. And they are vitamins, minerals, salts contain your food. They are in what? After digestion, they are in the small intestine. When they are dissolved in water, only when they are dissolved in water, they can be absorbed to the body successfully. They can be absorbed to the body successfully. Right? Then without water, you can't absorb nutrients. I suppose when you do consume peridol. That peridol dissolve in water and absorb to the blood, unless it doesn't absorb. If it is not dissolved, it doesn't absorb. Right? Another one, after your body functions, it make what? Excretory matter, waste matter. Excretory matter කියන්නේ සෛලයක් තුල අතර අපදාන. Waste matter means waste matter. කියන්නේ අපේ ආහාර ජීර්ණය නැදෙන අපතල useless waste ඒක බඩවැලෙන අරක silent excretory matter waste. When you remove waste matter from your anal canal, it is soft. Yeah, it was fecal matter is soft. Well, other soft pillows. Because it contains more water. If it has not water, that fecal matter, waste matter in the rectum become somewhat hard, like as gravels. Then it's difficult to remove. Then make damages. Maybe the diseases like piles or something like this. Therefore, water is necessary for what? Get rid of waste matter. Your urine is the filtering matter produced in the cells and clavers and kidney. It filters in kidney and form urine, dissolving some materials. Unless water is present or low, when there is low water amount, Galle adunu tawatra monawada? Wa kaya gahanu deena But when you consume low amount of water, it becomes high concentration of urea, uric acid or something. Then it makes you burning feeling. So it's very required, all required water, high water amount to remove your what? Excretory matter successfully without any other failures in your system. Other, what is required for maintain your body temperature constant? Your homeothermic animals. Homeothermic animals. Your body temperature is 37 or 36.9 degrees centigrade. And water helps in regulation of your body temperature. Right? There are some of them. Only some of them. There are large number of users in water to what? Maintain our life. Other one very important. Another one, water gives habitat to most of animals. Living environment, aquatic environment, aquatic organisms. Those are some of them. You know? Right. Right, water gives water gives user that water gives habitat for aquatic organisms. Habitat for aquatic organisms. Water is the main component in blood of animals, which help in transportation of materials throughout the body. Oxygen gas taken in from air, point form, 1, 2, 3, third point. Oxygen gas taken in from air is dissolved in watery liquid in lungs before absorption to the blood. Before absorbed to the blood. Before absorbed to the blood. Next one. Oxygen dissolved in water, dissolved. Oxygen dissolved in water oxygen dissolved in water is absorbed by most of aquatic animals. Most of aquatic animals through their gills. Through their gills. Through their gills. Through their gills. Water acts as a excretory medium. Excretory medium. In removal, in expression, expression, EXCRETION, in expression of excretory materials like urea, ammonia. No ammonia comes out from our body, okay? Urea is the main one. Huh? From, from living organism, bodies of living organisms. From bodies of living organisms. Water gives, that's why water gives a smooth texture. Smooth texture. මිනිස්සුගේ නැත්තම් සත්තුගේ ගොමවල නැත්තම් මිනිස් මල පාවල අතදීව හරි සොෆ්ට් වෙලා තියෙනවා. ඒ සංකේත හානිය නොවිය අපිට වෙන්නේ. එස්. ඕකට නැත්තම් ගලක් වගේ. ඒක පිටරවල් try කරනකොට පුළු වටේටම ඇහෙනවා කෑනවා. It make damages to the canals. Water gives a smooth texture or what? Pieces or fecal matter. Fecal matter or pieces. Fecal matter. Water is, next point, water makes very important role, R-O-L-E role, R-O-L-L-E Chinese role. Right? That water play very important role in digestion of food. In digestion of food. In digestion of food. In digestion of food. Water play a very important part in digestion of food. Animals can absorb nutrients. Nutrients means carb, glucose or sugar, amino acids, glycerol, fatty acids, vitamins, minerals, salts. Yeah. The animals absorb nutrients only when dissolved in water. Plants use water as raw materials for photosynthesis. Plants use water as raw materials for photosynthesis. Plants can absorb mineral salts from soil only when dissolved in water. Plants can transport absorbed mineral salts and food produced in photosynthesis only when dissolved in water. පහක් විතර ලිව්වද? පහක්වත්.
උකලා.
කොහොමද? ඇත්තමද? ඔව්. ලියන්න. අප වැදගත් එක. What is the main component in living cells? Living cells. Where all biological reactions, like biological activity, biological reactions, where all biological reactions continue. ජීව රසායනික ක්‍රියා. අපේ ශරීරය කරන රසායන ප්‍රතික්‍රියා. ඒව නැත්තම් දැරව. ප්‍රෝටීන හදනවා. එක එක දේවල් හෝමෝන හදනවා. ආහාර බිඳිනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ ඔක්සිජන් අරගෙන අපේ ආහාර එක්ක ක්‍රියා කරලා කාබන් ඩයොක්සයිඩ් දාලා එනර්ජි හදනවා. රෙස්පිරේෂන් එකේ කොහොම ක්‍රියා වෙන්නේ වෝටර් මීඩියම් එකේ. right? What helps in regulation of the temperature of organisms? What helps in regulation of the temperature of organisms? Right. ගොඩක් අය නම් ආවේ නෑනේ. ඔස්සේනකට කියලා ලකුණේ ආත වෙලා. කෙනෙකුට ගොඩක් අවල්ලා. ඒක වැඩි ඉන්න බලන්න. ඔන්න පුතේ. මනත් අමාරුවෙන් ඔයාලත් අමාරුවෙන් කියන නිදහස් දවස පොඩ්ඩක් කැපකිරීමක් කරලා අපි එක යුනිට් එකකින් ඔන්ලයින් කරන්න පුළුවන් ඒක කරේ ඒක යුනිට් එකක් ඉවර කරලා දැන් අරකි චුට්ටක් ඉතුරුයි ඒක ඊළඟ දවසේ පැය භාගකින් වගේ ඉවර වෙයි එතකොට අපි ප්‍රැක්ටිකල් දේ කරන්න තියෙන්නේ ඊළඟ ඇසිඩ් බේස් පාඩම ඒක ප්‍රැක්ටිකල් එක ඔක්කොම කරනවා ඒක මොකුත් නෑ මම ප්‍රැක්ටිකල් දේ කරනවා ඔයාලට පුල්ලියා ගන්න ඒක එක දවසකින් ඉවර කරන්න පුළුවන් අපි කොහොම හරි ඔන්ලයින් ක්ලාස් එක පැය භාගයක් පස්සට දාලා හරි ඊළඟ දවසේ කිව්වද මම එකක් තාම ඉවර කරගන්න ඒක මොකක් පොට්ටක් විතර ප්‍රැක්ටිකල් ටික ඉවර කරගමු ඊට පස්සේ දවසේ අපි එතන අපේ සිලබස් එක ඉවරයි 6 වෙනිට කරලා නැති එතකොට දැන් ඔයාලා අනිත් පන්තිත් එක්ක එක මට්ටමේ ඉන්නේ නැත්නම් ගොඩක් පස්සේ මිටියාරවට පන්ති කරන්න බැරි වුණානේ ඔයාලගේ වලලා අරින්නේ ඒකෙන් හරිනේ හරි ගැටලුවක් තියෙනම් මට මගෙන් අහන්න දැන් අහන්න නැත්නම් පස්සේ කතා කරලා Right. Thank you. Have a nice day.